England, 1887. The Victorian Empire stood at the height of its power. Queen Victoria ruled over lands stretching across continents, and every noble family dreamed of gaining influence inside the royal court. Far from London, hidden behind thick forests and mist-covered hills, stood Blackwood Castle, one of England's oldest royal estates. The castle belonged to King Edmund Ashcroft, a respected nobleman whose loyalty to the crown had never been questioned. Although he possessed wealth beyond imagination, he was known for something far more unusual: his silence. Since the mysterious death of his wife 15 years earlier, King Edmund had rarely smiled and almost never attended royal celebrations. His only child, Princess Eleanor Ashcroft, had become the light of the lonely castle. Unlike other Victorian princesses who spent their days attending lavish balls and learning elegant manners, Eleanor preferred ancient libraries, forgotten maps, and dusty archives. She believed that every old castle hid a story waiting to be discovered. Little did she know that Blackwood Castle was hiding a secret that could change England forever. One rainy evening, while exploring the oldest tower of the castle, Eleanor noticed something unusual. One bookshelf refused to move with the others. Curious, she pressed against it. A loud grinding sound echoed to the tower as the shelf slowly opened, revealing a narrow stone staircase leading underground. Holding only a lantern, Eleanor descended into darkness. At the bottom, she discovered a forgotten chamber. Inside stood an ancient wooden chest covered in dust. When she opened it, she found 3 objects. A silver crown unlike any used by the royal family, an old leather journal, a sealed letter marked, to be opened only by the true guardian of England. Her hands trembled as she broke the seal. Inside, the letter revealed an unbelievable truth. The English throne was being watched by a secret brotherhood that had existed for centuries. Whenever corruption entered the royal court, they protected the kingdom from the shadows. But according to the letter, the brotherhood had disappeared. Only one guardian remained, and now that guardian was Eleanor.
Only days later, news arrived from London. Prince Alexander of Norland, one of Europe's richest kingdoms, was coming to Blackwood Castle. The royal court announced that he intended to marry Princess Eleanor. The newspapers praised him. The nobles admired him. Everyone celebrated. Everyone. Except Eleanor. There was something strange about the prince. His smile never reached his eyes. His questions were never about Eleanor. Instead, he repeatedly asked about the oldest rooms of Blackwood Castle. Especially the tower. Unable to trust anyone, Eleanor secretly followed Prince Alexander one night. She watched as he met 2 mysterious men wearing black cloaks inside the castle gardens. Hidden behind stone walls, she overheard their conversation. The wedding changes everything. Once the marriage is complete, Blackwood Castle belongs to us. And with the documents beneath the tower, the English crown will fall. Eleanor froze. The prince wasn't interested in love. He wanted the hidden chamber. And whatever had been protected there for centuries. Eleanor rushed to warn her father. King Edmund listened quietly. When she finished speaking, he opened a locked cabinet. Inside lay another journal. He finally revealed the truth. Years ago, Eleanor's mother had also discovered the hidden chamber. Before she could expose the conspiracy, she was poisoned. Her death had never been an accident. King Edmund had remained silent all these years, not because he was weak, but because he had been waiting for the right moment. Now that moment had arrived. The royal wedding was only 2 days away. The castle sparkled with music, candles, and celebration. No one noticed armed strangers quietly entering through the underground tunnels beneath the castle. Their leader, Prince Alexander. His soldiers headed straight toward the hidden chamber. But they found it empty. Eleanor had already moved everything. Suddenly, the great castle bells rang. King Edmund appeared at the head of hundreds of loyal guards. "The game is over," he declared. A fierce battle erupted inside the castle. Steel clashed. Torches fell. Ancient halls echoed with cries of soldiers. By sunrise, the conspiracy had failed. Prince Alexander was arrested before he could escape England. The royal court expected Eleanor to become famous across Europe. Instead, she shocked everyone. She ordered the hidden chamber sealed forever. The silver crown. The journals. The secret documents. Everything disappeared behind stone walls once again. When asked why, Eleanor simply answered, "Power is safest when it is never desired." Years later, King Edmund passed away peacefully. Princess Eleanor refused every proposal to become queen through marriage. Instead, she dedicated her life to education, hospitals, and protecting England's forgotten history. When she died at the age of 72, workers restoring Blackwood Castle discovered one final letter hidden behind the library wall. It contained only one sentence. A kingdom survives not because of its kings, but because one person chooses truth over power. To this day, local legends claim that on quiet winter nights, a single lantern can still be seen glowing from the abandoned tower of Blackwood Castle. Some believe it is only the wind playing tricks. Others believe that Princess Eleanor still watches over the kingdom she once saved, not with a sword, but with courage, wisdom, and silence. And perhaps, some legends are never meant to be proven. The end.